Yo, what's up YouTube, it's Salty, and today I'm going to bring you the safest high round strategy guide on the map Firebase Z. So to get right into it, the first thing that you're going to want to do is make sure that you have the M60 on your class. This is going to be the best weapon for taking out the order and the assault waves. As well as that, make sure that you have the ring of fire as your field upgrade too. And one more thing, go in your controller settings, scroll all the way down to reload behaviour and change this to prioritise reload. This is going to make it so that when you want to reload your AK, you're not going to pick up any random grenades on the floor. You can also keep this door closed for this strategy. This is going to help speed it up a little bit. However, if you want to make the strategy safer, you can actually open it to slow down the spawns. And this is where you're going to be camping. It's going to be right beside the speed caller perk on the balcony. If you ever get overrun, you can just take this launch pad, but the zombies are all going to come from that doorway in front of you. So you might be curious as to why I'm choosing this strategy to be safer than the one where you're standing on the crate where the helicopter crash is. And the reason is because when you stand on the crate and if a mimic grabs you and throws you off, you can end up in a very bad situation depending on where he throws you. Opposed to when I was playing this whole game, I don't think I ever got grabbed by a mimic once. In fact, there were some rounds where I don't even think I got hit at all. And if you ever did get in a bad situation, you always have that launch pad to your left like I mentioned earlier. So for the most part, when I'm running this strategy, I like to always hold this right hand side of the door. And the reason for this is because I notice if you stand in the middle, some of the zombies actually manage to get a hit off on you before they actually get slowed down by the orb. And the same goes for the left side too. Usually it's a spawn next to the speed caller perk, where they'll always manage to get one hit on you before they actually get slowed down. And it might not seem like much, but I'd rather not make any armor runs when I'm doing this strategy. So I'd like to get hit the least amount as possible. And thankfully the armor drop rate is so high right now that I never really get low on armor anyways, because there always seems to be a full armor drop at the end of a round, ready for us to pick up. The same goes for ammo too, there's always ammo on the ground as well at the end of the round. But if you need to get ammo mid-round, then all you need to do is this: as soon as you explode an orb, you'll probably see us do it at some point in this round. Just run through where all that loot is and you're going to pick up some ammo. As I can see, there's already like 3 ammo drops on the ground in front of us right now. So if you haven't caught the gist of this strategy by now, all you're pretty much doing is just shooting down an orb and then putting regular bullets into it just to explode it. Even when you have a ring of fire, you still want to do this. You don't want to do what you do in the weapons lab strategy, where you switch to your regular fire mode and you just start raining down fire. You just want to keep exploding orbs, and whenever the bosses come, if you don't have your ring of fire, you just keep making sure that they're slowed down, so when you do have ring of fire and you have that damage boost, the orb should be able to kill them. Now for the assault waves, I'd recommend saving your ring of fire for them. So they usually come every 9 or 11 rounds, so if you're actually tracking what rounds you get these, you should be able to make sure that you always have a ring of fire for the order. From that point, just as soon as he spawns, pop your ring of fire, start laying into him with your M60 and you should be dead within a couple of seconds. But let's say for whatever reason you don't have your ring of fire, all you need to do is just lay into him as soon as he spawns in. You should be able to get him down to about half health before the first wave of zombies actually come in. And then from that point, just hit deadwire on the first few zombies. It should chain react to most of them. I've actually had it before where it's chain reacted to all of the zombies and it's killed the whole horde alone. And then from that point, just look back at your order. If you manage to charge up your ring of fire by killing that first horde, just pop your ring of fire and you're going to kill them quicker. But if you don't, you're going to have to repeat this process. So when the second horde of zombies comes in, usually there's an audio cue when you hear the spawn. It's usually like a mimic sound or something like that. Just shoot the dead wire at the horde of zombies, and as you can see, if I didn't mess up my reload by mantling before, I would have had the order killed by now. But either way, I'm still going to be able to take him out hassle free. And for whatever reason, if the order's going through some kind of animation where he's throwing the dogs at you or he's releasing them fireflies that attack you, you have to wait until that animation finishes before he actually ends the round, which is really annoying. But anyways, that's going to be it from me, so if this video helped you out, be sure to leave a like. If you're new, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.